Huh? Wait, who are you? Oh, hi! I'm you, but just better. Oh, that's showbiz, baby. Hello everybody, Skywarp33 here, and today I'm going to be showing you my brand new Funtime Ennard mask. Or technically the whole costume, but I'm just not going to wear the whole costume, but I'm going to show you everything, but you know how that is, whatever. I just want to say a quick thanks to all my brand new subscribers that really enjoyed the video that was based around this guy. I've technically had his mask done for a really long time now. It's just I wanted that video to come out first before I did a showcase on it, and now I am making a little showcase on it, if that makes any sense. So, real quick before we get into the mask, I'm going to show you all of his other parts. And then I'll show you all the details on this bad boy right here. Alright, so starting off the bat is his little party hat. Hey, I made a rhyme. I'm so funny. But yeah, so I made this actually using a normal party hat, but then I added a styrofoam ball onto the top and painted it, and then I added this little bump around the edge. It's kind of been scraped and bumped a ton, so you can kind of see the white color of the plastic showing through. So I'll probably do a repaint on this later, but then I just kept the same old string for it, so it'll kind of just go on top of most everything. Yes, that is how I look. Should I wear this for the rest of the video, or is it a little too cringy? Whatever. I'll take it off. Next up is his button. It's a lot nicer than original Ennard's button. Reason being is it's actually a jar lid that was for a thing just full of buttons that I saw at a craft store, and it was painted gold originally, but I was like, hey, I could probably paint that red and it would look really cool as just a ginormous button. The way it sticks on is it's got a bunch of popsicle sticks glued in there with Velcro on both ones, and then his shirt has 2 strips of Velcro right here, and it just sort of goes bam, like that, but then it actually stays on because, you know, Velcro. And yeah, so I think it looks pretty cool. I had fun weathering it and making it look more realistic, and let me give you a quick comparison with Ennard's old button. Alright, so this is the brand new one for my new Ennard costume, and this is the old one on my old Ennard costume. So quite a bit of difference. As you can see, this one I made out of part of a plastic dome and some foam trim around the edge there, and this one was literally just a lid that I painted red, but it looks so much better! Next up, gloves. Pretty much just white gloves that I spray painted red, and I looked like I murdered somebody afterwards because I was wearing them and I was just like psh, psh, with like the spray paint, and then I was like psh, then I took it off and my hand was like blood red and I was like, I just killed a man, and then I was like, wait, no I didn't. So yeah, nothing really exciting about those, so ow, my face. Wait, don't leave yet, there's still more interesting things in this video. So next up, my favorite part, the claw. Yes, I actually built a full-blown claw device for Ennard, though it's only seen in one shot in the actual video, which is this one. Spooked you, didn't I? So I'll go into more detail on Ennard in the whole like behind-the-scenes creator commentary thing I'm planning on making for the music video, but at the moment I'm just going to sort of show you what it looks like, and then you'll kind of get more of an explanation in that video. But yeah, so it's got straps on the back, and then it's got this flat board that kind of goes on the chest region, and then it's got a couple wheels that were painted silver onto a little claw device, which I sort of cut up and kept the original mechanism, which you can actually kind of see it's a little green in there because the paint actually comes off. There's a magnet holding it up like that, and then each end ends with a little claw that was like part of a ninja star thing that I bought. And then originally this was a snowball a snowball maker, so it was like a little scoop thing that you would like, you know, scoop snowballs with. But then this is the part that would go all the way down into like a ball, but I sort of cut it up so that it would be more resembling to like just a sharp claw mouth thingamabob. And then it's got these little metal balls funny on it. But yeah. So pretty much the way I would put it on if I was to wear it with the costume is I would just sort of put this on before I put the shirt on, and then I would put the shirt over it. Wait, just give me a second. And it kind of sits a little bit low, but it's kind of adjustable. So it's like, so it sits roughly in the middle of the chest, so Ennard's button would be right about here, and it just sort of sticks out. I would take the buttons off and sort of just have it sticking out of the shirt, and then I would be like, hello ladies, like what you see? Okay. But yeah, so I didn't end up using this in the video itself attached to Ennard. What I did was I just sort of held it in front of a green screen and just went like that, and then I just sort of composited it all together, which made a pretty cool looking shot, not gonna lie. And it worked out pretty well, so I don't currently have any plans for this, but I might recycle it into something down the line. But that is kind of up in the air at the moment, so I don't actually know. Now for a quick little comparison between some other props that I have my original scooper right here that's made out of cardboard and popsicle sticks. It's all sorts of posable, but it's just sort of like that. And then I have the claw that comes out of Ennard's chest, which is kind of designed to be like a scooper, but it's also supposed to be its own thing. Which I will totally go into more detail on that other video once it's available. So yeah, spoilers and all. But yeah, so this is what they look like. There's the original, and there's the one that comes out of Ennard's chest. Chomp. Scoop. See, there's a difference. I'd call this one, here, let's call this one the scooper, and this one the chomper, because it chomps your face off. I'm funny. Subscribe for more great comedy. Alright, we're getting there. Last little bit to show off before I get to his mask is just the costume related stuff. So he has green pants, pretty exciting, and then he's got a white wig, pretty exciting. I know, a lot of people were like, why does he have a wig? I was like, it's kind of obvious if you've looked at all the details, but okay, say you know everything about it, but then ask why he has a wig. You're funny. I'll explain more about that in that other video. And then I've got this little cap piece that I put on my face like so. I know, it looks fabulous. And then I put the wig on top of that. And then we've got the orange shirt, which is pretty much just a collared shirt that I modified. I glued Velcro to the fronts of it, like so the button will go on. And then at the bottom there's a little piece of Velcro to keep it aligned, and then I kind of changed the trim because originally it went down way further than it should, so I sort of cut it and trimmed it up so it kind of goes in like a triangle and looks kind of more goofy because clowns. It's very smelly because I have not washed it yet. I probably should. But yeah, that is the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, is literally this costume was only made for that video, and I am planning on trashing pretty much everything except the Ennard mask and hat, and then maybe the chomper. Reason being is possibly, this is not 100% yes or no, I'm thinking about remaking Ennard but using the brand new mask and just doing like a full-blown brand new costume with it. So stay tuned for that. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see a super scary looking, more accurate version of Ennard. That might be down the line, probably quite a ways, but yeah, if you're interested, feel free to stick around for that. Alright, one more thing to show off before I get to the mask. I know you guys are all waiting patiently and totally didn't skip ahead or anything. Is his arm and neck pieces. Wow. So pretty much it's just like a piece of felt. And then it's got Velcro on it. It goes around the neck here to sort of cover up most of my skin. And it sort of makes it look like I'm not a person underneath. It's like actually a robot underneath the fuzziness. That was the idea. Though annoying thing that came up was in certain shots you can actually see the side of my head right here, which I totally didn't realize, and I kind of only noticed it in editing, but you know, it is what it is. People really liked the video, and it makes me happy that people enjoyed it, even though there is a couple mistakes on the side of the costume, and sometimes you can even see my ears, but you know, you only see them if you're looking for them. And the other thing is pretty much these are little forearm pieces that just sort of go around, so yeah, makes sense, right? On to the juicy bits. Also this thing, so it's literally just a cardboard tube. This was glued in there, but I totally broke it by accident. And pretty much the gist of this thing was supposed to be like a purple guy building Ennard, so it's like, he built him. Pretty cool, right? I know. Now to the juicy bits. Alright. Hey! Man, my hair is just all over the place today. But we are finally there. I'm gonna be showing you guys Ennard's face. I know, pretty crazy, right? So you get to see a lot of it in the video up close. I think it looks really good. His whole jaw is articulated. There's a little piece that goes right here on my chin, so when I open my mouth wide, it'll actually open his mouth. The only thing is his mouth doesn't close all the way when my mouth is closed all the way. So this is gonna kind of gross out a few of you, to actually get him to close his mouth all the way, I had to like bite the black fabric and sort of suck it. Oh no. To actually get his mouth to close all the way, so I kind of had to pull this fabric back and it would actually close his mouth all the way, but that was the only way I could really get to do it, and I have no regrets of making this video. Now, his mask actually did break a little bit during filming, and I had to fix it a couple times, and I didn't quite 100% fix it all the way. So the way his mask works is these pieces right here are all cardboard and are glued to straps that are connected on the edges, and then they have magnets holding them in the middle, roughly exactly where they need to be. But because it's not exact, I can kind of move it around a little bit, so he can kind of be like, or he can have this sort of a little lower than it should be. But yeah, if I was to disconnect the magnets using gravity, it sort of just falls back, and then as you can see, there is a little popsicle stick with a magnet on there. It goes back and magnetizes to that, which then holds it out. Same on this side, although this one is a little bit more loose because the popsicle stick is the part that actually broke, and it's not connected back here, so it sort of wiggles around. I will probably fix that. I just wanted to film this video for you guys beforehand. Next up is the top part of his head. As you can see, also opens up, and it gets two magnets to hold it in place on both sides, and then you get to see his beautiful ugly mug. I'm very happy with how this looks. A lot of you guys were wondering how in the world I was able to get his face to stay in like a really good skeleton looking configuration. Well, the simple way to answer that question is I bought a skeleton face mask, modified it, and then glued a crap ton of these conduit tubing pieces to it. So the original shape was indeed a skeleton mask, but I modified it so much I made the jaw be detached so I could open and close his mouth. I changed his teeth completely, and then I just covered the entire thing in conduit tubing to make it look all sorts of spoop and all that. But yeah. Couple little details that you can't really tell in the music video is this piece of fabric up here is designed to hide my forehead, because with the wig on there it goes and covers it to a point, but then when his mask is open, you actually see my like forehead and widow's peak like that. So I glued this piece in place here as like a shield, so that when the wig is up there you can still see the robotic fuzz body covering kind of deal, instead of it just being my face. But yeah. And then the way he attaches is he's got a strap like so. It's got two connections on the side and one on the top to sort of hold it in place. Goes on pretty easily. I can be all sorts of spooky. Though as you can see, my hair kind of sticks up, so reason is I normally put the little bald cap thing on and then the wig on after I put this on. So to put his head on, it's kind of like a weird chain reaction. Oh, okay, so my camera battery died, but I just changed it and we're gonna get through the rest of this. Alright. I'm slowly dying, but that's just called living. I'm edgy, guys. So I totally forgot what we were talking about. But yeah, so here is what the inside of his face mask looks like. It's pretty much all just fabric in there. As you can see, I did use a little masquerade mask in there because it was a little more comfy than having plastic just shoved against my face. So it was very nice to have that in. As you can see, I actually used some button cell battery lights that were like little teacup, or not teacups, but like tea lights. And I cut them up and made them as small as they could possibly be and glued them in place. Then I kind of had to cut the masquerade mask so I could actually get to the switches so I can turn them on and still change the batteries and all that. But the way it ends up working is I have to turn on the eyes before I put his mask on. So as you can see, sort of turns on the LED and it looks pretty cool. He does have that really fun effect that Lolbit also had, where if he looks directly at the camera, it sort of turns into a little star rather than it just being a little glowy dot. Though the way his eyes are set up is they're kind of both pointing in separate directions, so it's like every once in a while as he's moving around you'll see like a bit more brightness coming from each light, but he won't do it from looking straight on, kind of a thing. Which I think looks a lot better than both of them being straight on and then you getting like this crazy blinding light every time you look at him. So, yeah. Now his last feature is a pretty fun one, I like to think. Man, I'm just coughing up a storm today. So, his last feature, I think, is a pretty fun one. So, he's got detachable teeth and detachable eyeballs. So, I personally like him the way he looks without the eyeballs and with the sharp teeth in, but for like a brand new fixed Ennard Funtime like Ennard guy, I built the fancy nice teeth attachment and the eyeballs for him so he's less creepy, even though he's still creepy because he's a clown, but he looks a little bit more brand new without the sharp crazy teeth in there, or at least visible for the camera. So the way these go on is I actually glued magnets into the little eyeballs. So one works for one side, ooh, I don't know, and the other works for the other side. So pretty much one side has a little magnet glued in there and then it's just sort of hollow so that it actually kind of pops over the LED. So it'll magnetize and then I can kind of rotate it to get it the proper configuration. This one kind of has this little metal piece that hangs down, so I kind of have to take and wedge it up underneath like so, as you can kind of see there. And then when I close his face, he's got the eyes in the right spot. Now, the teeth here are all just popsicle sticks painted and cut to look like teeth, and they are glued to this little foam piece, excuse me, that is specifically designed to sit inside his teeth there. So if I line it up, wait, almost got it. It takes a second. Come on. Yeah, I know you want it. Okay, wait, what? I'm gonna cut that out in post. Or at least it should go on easily. There we go. So, pretty much stabs the top sharp teeth into there, and then I can close it up. It sort of lines up there, but as you can see, the bottom teeth still are sharp. The way I do that is I just keep his mouth closed the whole time. So if I do it that way, it just looks like his mouth is closed and that it opens here, but it actually could open down here, if that makes any sense. But yeah. Alright, so this video is already crazy long, so I'm gonna kinda call that the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have not seen the music video that Ennard appears in, I highly recommend it. I think it's probably one of my best videos I've made yet. I'll leave a link at the end of the video for that. And yeah, stay tuned for my little creator's commentary video I'm going to be making on that to kind of explain the storyline a little bit more, because not everybody understood it and a lot of people were asking questions in the comments, so I figured this would just be the easiest way to go about doing that. If you want to see me more often, I'm going to start posting more on my second YouTube channel called Skywarped32. Pretty much all I do on there is gaming, and I would love it if you guys could go over there and subscribe. It would really help me out. He shows up here somewhere. Well, there we go. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
You're my favorite. Okay. Hey, buddy. I don't like you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed taking a in-depth look at Ennard's face and all the other little bits and pieces here and there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless, and bye-bye now!